Good afternoon. Today is Sunday, March 15th, 2020. My name is Ricardo Sandoval, and this video is for week 1 of Biology 240. In today's video, I will be discussing how to label an image, something that you will do frequently throughout this course in the laboratory portion. In this exercise, I'm going to discuss how to label the structures of a pituitary gland, specifically the acidophil cell, basal cell, and the nucleus of a pituocyte. So we're going to start with this image that's here, with the bits that we have to label, and then assuming that you follow the instructions correctly, as I will outline them at the end of this exercise, your product or your image, your slide will look like this. Okay, so to label an image, what I use is Microsoft Word. It's the word processing program that I have installed, so it's what I use. So of course, step one is your image. If your image is already present as it is on the slide, it's one less thing you have to do. If it's not, if you have to copy it from a different Word document or from the website or whatever, of course, you'll copy it and then put it onto your presentation. What I do is I put the image onto my desktop and then I drag it onto the presentation. When you drag an image on, it will appear normally very large with some small white squares around, and then you can click and drag on those squares to resize the image to a manageable size. So once your image is in place, the next thing you're going to do is insert a text box. And for the entire process of labeling an image, you are going to use the Insert menu of the ribbon, the portion at the top of Microsoft Word, to complete the labeling portion. So to insert a text box, you're going to click on Inserts, click on the text option, which is the capitalized slanted A, and then click on text box, and then click on draw text box. That will then give you a crosshair or an X and Y axis kind of thing, and then you'll click and draw a text box of the approximate size that you think you'll need. Then you'll go ahead and type in your label. In this case, we'll type in acidophil cell. Once that's done, you'll see again little clear squares around the text box where you can click and drag to adjust the size, so to make the text box smaller or larger. There's also an arrow with a circle around that you can click on to rotate the cell anywhere within 360 degrees. Then of course you can change font size, color, whatever you like. Once your text box is created with your label, and sized appropriately, the next thing you're going to do is to draw an arrow. So again, you're going to click your Insert menu at the top of the ribbon, click on the Shapes option, and then look for the arrow. So you'll click on the arrow. Then from any point on your text box, you're going to click and drag to the appropriate portion on your image until you reach, in this case, your acidophil cell, and release, and you'll see an arrow with endpoints marked by green circles. When I draw an arrow, I then go ahead and change the color and the point size or the thickness, since it always defaults to 3/4 of a point and defaults to a very light blue. So to change the color and thickness, you will double click on the arrow. This brings up the Format Shape menu. You'll click on the color option. I choose black. And then where it says width, you will type 1.5 and press enter. And you'll see the change done. You'll then click the X in the Format Shape menu to exit the menu. At this point, your image is labeled. And you would follow the exact same steps to label your basophil cell and the nucleus of the pituocyte. Very basic. Thank you.